There's a silent destroyer among us, ladies and gentlemen, and it is a knuckle dragging, lanky, long armed, ticked off thing coming right at you, and its fist is headed right for your junk. And this particular thing that's headed your way, or it's already hit you there, is body dysmorphia. And it affects us all, no matter what age, no matter what size you are, no matter male, female, it doesn't matter. It shows up whenever it does, whenever it wants to, and it can just wreak havoc on your psyche. It can wreak havoc on your gains in the gym, on your confidence, on anything you can think of in your life. It can be just a hell to pay disease of the mind. And I want to go over some things. In some ways, maybe, just maybe, you can combat it. Because we all deal with it. I know I have. And where I'm starting with this is, I remember when I first started training, I'd have to ride my bike 2 miles to my local gym. And I would park my bike behind the actual facility and then change and then go into the gym. And this is because I didn't want to change in the locker room. I was too afraid that I'd be judged on my skinniness going in. And this is this is why I say it affects everyone, because all the overweight people say, "Oh, you have no idea what it's like to be me." And then the skinny people don't get a say really in this day and age, because it's already a virtue to be skinny. I would venture to disagree with that, because that just completely undermines what the skinny guys go through. Some of them are hard gainers, and it takes them a long time to build up the strength, mental strength, and courage to go into the gym, while they're not looking how they want to look. And there's the paradox of body dysmorphia and getting into the gym. And that is, the gym is the place to change it, but oftentimes we are afraid to go in. That's the paradox of any type of change, is the obstacle is the way. And it's hard to wrap our minds around that. What might be some ways to help you overcome it, survive it, get rid of it? Because no one wants it, but we all have it anyway. And I believe it was Dom from Bro Science that said, "The day you started training or lifting is the day you're forever small." It's so freaking true. It's so true. It never stops. And I think that's the first takeaway I have for you guys is, no matter how much you have, it's human nature to always want more. Okay? If you just understand that law of human nature, you can kind of step back a little bit and realize what you're doing is fine, and everything, all your gains are going to be retrospective anyway. Okay? So I'm assuming 99% of you aren't on the bodybuilding stage as of right now. And if you don't have to be on the bodybuilding stage where you're actually judged for your body and its improvement, then you can definitely take a step back and just say, I'm in the gym to better myself, and I don't care what other people think. Okay? And that leads me to the number 2 of this, would be that no one really cares anyway. Now, I know that probably sounds like the antithesis of what this should be about, but I think that's a very healthy mindset to get into as well, is that If someone told me at that age where I had severe body dysmorphia because my arms were like 9 inches around, which is I think true. If someone told me, hey, no one in there actually cares about you and your arm size, and they're only going to be helpful, I think that would have helped me a little bit, but I never had that person to say that. So if you haven't had that person to say that, let me say that for you now. No one cares, and this is not a negative. This is not a negative. No one cares. This is a no one cares in the context of we're all here together working on things we want to work on. So we don't care that someone has mental body issues. We don't really care. Okay, this is a environment of getting better. So we're leaving all that stuff at the door, if that makes sense. So if someone told me that, I feel like I would have. I feel like I would have thrived more in my early gym training. So I think that's a great first step in how to survive the body dysmorphia that you might most likely are plagued with. This is kind of a cousin to the first point I made, but you can really try to bootstrap your way out of this. So you can really say you can pinpoint goals you have and tell yourself, hey, if I hit that goal, my body dysmorphia will be over. Okay. For instance, let's say you you have. I'll just make it easy because everyone likes to compare arm sizes. You have a 10-inch upper arm and you want to get it to 15. Okay. Once you get it to 15, you set it in your mind that your body dysmorphia will be gone. That's what you wanted. You obtained it. All right. So let's say you did that. You did obtain it. You're always gonna want more. Okay. Once you hit that 15, when you look in the mirror, it's gonna look like you still have 10 because that's the body that went into that goal with. Okay. So from there, you will want bigger arms, and the journey to take you from the 10-inch arm to the 15 arm is a long time in the gym, and you'll want even bigger and more because of that time you spent in the gym. So it doesn't really end. Okay, it's always going to be a strive for improvement. So I don't think the bootstrap way is necessarily a good way to combat the body dysmorphia you may have, because it's always going to change. Now, what happens if, let's say, you get injured or you can't train for a long time? Then what really happens? You can't even use the bootstrap method, right? You actually gotta kick it in the bud, man. You gotta say, hey, I need to work on my mental view and mental state of my being and say, I'm actually doing good for what I'm doing right now. And I think we all bypass that. It's we live in the social media, the freaking fitness influencer stage and everything where it's just so flashy and in your face. But if you stick to a program and you put your best foot forward and your first foot forward is in the gym, dude, you're there. You made it, in my opinion. Okay, because I'm in a mindset in a world where I would love it if everyone possible I knew was on a fitness plan and journey to get stronger, but they're not. And I feel like we need that in our future for everyone to be better for everyone. You know, I don't want someone to help me off the toilet when I'm 70. I want to be able to do that myself. I want to be self sufficient so that I can help others around me as long as I possibly can. This is going off topic, but it goes down to that level of strength for me. And I think also once you get a goal of strength versus aesthetics, some body dysmorphia goes away too, because you're going in the gym to get stronger, not necessarily to look better. It's a byproduct, right? Like you strength train, your body's going to look better because it adapts. That's how it's going to look. Your muscles grow, it looks bigger. So in your mind's eye, it looks better. That's just how it goes. Like everyone, I'm a big believer in getting in there, working hard, doing what you got to do. But at the same time, again, you made it a volitional effort to get in there, move your body, do something different, challenge yourself. Like that's a win. You should clock that in every day you go in as a win. That's a big deal. Okay, I don't think a lot of people tell you guys that. And let me be the person to tell you guys it's a big deal if you made it in the gym today and you put in some effort. If you made it this far in the video and you hear that, I'm glad you made it this far. But super glad that more people are gym oriented now, like minded, and want to get better. And that's if you have the goal of getting better because you want to in your mind, I think you can combat a lot of the gym body dysmorphia going on today. Let me know what you guys think too. But I do think that can help a lot of people out. And I hope maybe this video reaches the right person and it helps them out. That'd be amazing. Again, I wish I had someone telling me some of this stuff when I was just starting. So hopefully some of you people just starting that need to hear what I said and this gets to you, then it helps you out. But I appreciate you guys listening. Liggity, like and subscribe if you haven't. Today was a bit of a ring workout like you saw here. A little bit of a bicep curl, the dumbbells there. And then I finished off with a little bit of good mornings here for my hamstrings. It's a little of a hodgepodge of a day, but hey, I like getting in there when I can and moving my body around and doing what I got to do. But I love ring workouts, guys. I'll probably do a whole video on ring workouts coming up soon if you want to see more cool advanced moves that I've been doing. But I love good mornings for hamstrings, man. They've been blowing up my hammies. So let's freaking go. Appreciate you guys. Stay tuned for more cool stuff.